Hi, Don. How are you?
Augusta.
I just wanted to ask, how's the week been? How is everybody feeling? Everyone good health wise? And what have been some of the things you've been working on with the break? I know y'all had, the weekend off, but since you've returned.
Um, I mean, everybody's healthy. We do have Diana, we're announcing that today, right?
I have it in the thing. I haven't made it public until you say it out loud.
Okay. So we two of our players are with their national teams, Camilla Cardozo and Leticia Amir. They're with their respective national teams, so we will be without them for the next two games. But everybody else, everybody else is healthy, ready to go. And what we've been doing is just trying to get some people some reps that will take the place of the two bigs that we're missing. And the week has gone well. The 2 days that we've practiced have been going well. Actually, we practiced 3 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's not. We try to simulate the game as much as possible, but we know, to get Fagan and E some reps in those positions. Hopefully they'll do well if their number's called.
Matt, go ahead.
Hey, Don. Kentucky has kind of surprisingly struggled a bit going into this game, but how do you guys approach this game knowing that even though their record isn't what we all expected, that they still have so much talent, including Ryan Howard?
Yeah, we're approaching it just like, they're one of the top teams in this league, because it's anybody can win on any given day. And the moment you take your foot off the gas, that's when the team can hurt you. For us, we're just forging forward. We are without two of our, our basically our sixth and seventh player, besides Lily, who, they've been consistently coming off the bench early in the game. So we'll be without them. So we'll have some type of transition, not having them. And, at some point, everybody's hurt, everybody's down. For us, we just hold our heads up and fill the void the best way we can.
David, go ahead.
Hey, Bona, you mentioned, Sanaya will get some more minutes with Camilla and Leticia being out. Who else could possibly?
I said if our number's called.
Sorry, if who else could you possibly look to in that role, assuming that Aaliyah gets her normal rest on the bench?
Yeah. There are a couple of people. You can look at E. She's been in our program for 3 years. Lily has played the four for us, so we can go small. We got a number of people that we can fill in. It'll be a lot different than having LA and Camilla, but different doesn't always mean a bad thing. Different is we're smaller. We're quicker. We're probably got more downhill drives versus back to the basket, especially with Lily. So we can do it. We can go a number of ways.
Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, Dawn, I wanted to ask you about this conversation that has blown up on social media about National Player of the Year. I think most people have seen Aaliyah as the front runner for most of the year, but since that video went viral of Caitlin Clark, it seems like now it's become a Caitlin versus Aaliyah conversation. Cheryl Swoops has gotten involved on social media. Just what are your reactions to all of this, and what are your thoughts on that conversation?
Yeah, here's the thing: we got great players in our game, super great. Caitlin is one of them. Aaliyah obviously is one of them. For us, I just hope, the new narrative, that's being created out there. I think when we look at what Aaliyah has done over an entire basketball season, there is no doubt. Like there wouldn't be a question mark if it was somebody else. It wasn't a question mark last year. Nothing, like no other narrative was spoken about anybody unless it was really is really some of the fans in certain spaces. So I mean, Caitlin Clark won the Dawn Staley Award last year, and she's in the runnings for it again. But I'm not even biased when I say what Aaliyah Boston has been able to do with the type of schedule that we have, what she continues to do across the board. And that's not, and I don't want to be a part of tearing another great player down. I'm just only going by, historically speaking. When we talk historical speaking, it is the player that, we're the number one team in the country, and hopefully we'll stay that way for Aaliyah's sake, because it seems like any little crack in anything can be used against her, So Aaliyah Boston, by far, she continues what she's done, what she's been doing, is women's basketball's National Player of the Year.
Corey, go ahead.
Hey, Dawn, also listened to your conversation with Muffet, enjoyed that. When you look at your coaching career and just the different coaches that you've been able to learn from and grow with and pull from and have that aspirations to kind of achieve what they've been able to do with this game as well, what kind of effect has Muffet and what she did at Notre Dame just kind of affect you, and how maybe you, whether it's how you run your organization or maybe on the court things, how she just kind of helped you along the way?
I mean, Muffet's been one that I kind of, to get the point across, I got to use some expletives, but I won't use them. She really gives to in how she moves. I probably don't have the heart to say some of the stuff that she says, but I like her for her just being her. She kind of reminds me of another coach. And that's Coach Chaney, who says what's on his mind. He said what was on his mind, and didn't care who listened, who didn't listen. And a lot of times it was what needed to be said. And for Muffet, I think, taking a page out of her book when it comes to just giving people what they need to hear, not always what they want to hear about our game. And she's been in the game long enough to be able to utilize her voice in the space of speaking about women's basketball. So when she speaks, I think we all should listen, whether we agree or disagree.
Augusta, go ahead.
Just wanted to quickly follow up on LA and Camilla. Did you know that they would be stepping away to play with their national teams for the next 2 games? How long have you known this was a thing? And just in general, in terms of logistics with that?
I knew when we recruited them. We recruited them, and that usually comes up in the conversation because they are a big part of their national team's success. And when any of our players have an opportunity to play on their national teams, we said we're not going to hold you back from doing that. Obviously, they both want to be on the 2024 Olympic teams, and this is a big week, a big tournament that helps them, helps their cause. So we knew it. Fortunately for us, we didn't have a game on the 6th, or they would have missed 3 games.